To commemorate Mental Health Month, the government of the Bahamas has released the annual budget. Because if you didn't feel like the collapse of your 7-year relationship was a good enough reason to talk to somebody, well, now you have one. World news. John Cena issued an apology to the people of China because he offhandedly referred to Taiwan as a country while promoting the Fast and Furious 9. How could he make such a horrible mistake? Probably because it is a country. But if you want China to allow you access to their huge market, you gotta be like, but the truth is, it's actually more like, North Korea has claimed that they are not using forced child labor in coal mines and farms. According to the state-run news agency, children with wisdom and courage in the prime of their youth have volunteered to do this work for the government. Which begs the question, has anybody in North Korea met children? They must be using the same definition of volunteer that your mother uses when you reach home and she tells you that you volunteer to take all 15 of your anti-diabetic cats to the vet for their violent diarrhea. Kids don't volunteer for anything. They don't even play their own video games anymore. They sit down and go on YouTube and watch other people play video games for them. That's why PewDiePie is a millionaire. What are we talking about? Ah, yes. Children in coal mines. Keeping with the obvious lie, the state media declared dozens of orphan children rushed out to the coal mining complex to fulfill their oath to repay even just a millionth of the love that the party showed. And this is the danger of a country not having access to a library or Netflix. Anybody who has even walked past a young adult novel will tell you orphans forced to work in mines or farms or any sort of military situation with an authoritative regime, it's a bad idea. It's not going to end well. It's like, guys, have you never watched Ender's Game, Hunger Games, Maze Runner, Children of the Corn? In short, old people probably should be afraid of young people because young people are not afraid to do the right thing. And in a story that should be called, You Tried to Do the Right Thing, but you didn't think it all the way through, nor do you understand the concept of irony. Spain released 4 new postage stamps of various skin tones to bring awareness to the racial inequality in the country. Can you guess what obvious mistake they made? The stamps had different monetary values, and of course, the darker the skin tone, the less the stamp was worth. Such an obvious mistake would never be made in the Bahamas, because our postal system doesn't work well enough to have controversies. That is what they do not tell you about being inept. You cannot fail if you're already a failure. And now a video of me getting sweaty for no reason. So I'm here at Evolve Fitness in my never-ending pursuit to subject you guys to looking at me in a tank top. And I know what you're thinking, which one of these beautiful, attractive people am I? I'm that guy. I'm this guy dying in the corner over here. And the guy in front of me with the whistle is Death Master Kale. I don't call him that to his face in case, he makes me do more laps.
Hello, my name is Kale Fox, personal trainer, group fitness instructor at Evolve Functional Fitness. Well, we had a HIIT class, high intensity interval training. So what it is, it keeps your heart rate up along as allowing you to do strength exercise. So for instance, we did lunges, we did med ball slams, we did burpees, we did some sumo deadlifts. It's a wide variety of things that you can do within HIIT training. So Stephen got a good dose of that. And I'm sure he loved it.
You know what I don't like?
Yeah.
I don't like the weeks when I didn't bring the camera.
Yeah.
Clearly that's when we did the introductory easier stuff.
Yeah.
When I brought the camera, you're like, oh great.
Yeah.
Now
No, we try to turn it. We try to turn it up every week.
Did I bully Kale in high school? Is that what this is? It's like, no, I don't think we went to the same school.
No. So basically, I try to give people or persons that come to my class something that they can feel successful about. That's challenging but not discouraging. I don't want them to feel like they're not able to do something and don't want to come back. So I kind of read the room and then base the exercises based on who attends the class, and that's kind of the mantra behind it.
What is the mark of success? If a person is able to walk after the class, or if they're not able to walk?
For me, the mark of success is anyone leaving class feeling good, no pain, no injury, able to come back tomorrow and try to get better again. That's the main mark for me. So if you're interested in the class, you can either sign up with Evolve For the monthly membership, or if you just want to try it out, you can drop in at any time. I believe the fee is like $10 or $12 with VAT. So anytime you want to try out any of our classes, feel free to come in, check us out. Just drop into the class. You don't have to sign up if you just want to try the class.
You have it. It's gonna end with this shot of me doing this, because this, of course, makes me look like I know what I'm doing. So, yeah. Enjoy that. Local news. Now, Schin oversimplifies the Prime Minister's contribution to the budget debate. The budget debate happened, and the Prime Minister announced a ton of new initiatives that it was interesting. Taxes have been promised to be cut in areas that I honestly didn't know we were supposed to pay taxes in, and more money has been promised to be spent in what is being called an accelerated recovery plan. My only question is, where's the money going to be coming from? Because if we're collecting less taxes and promising to spend more, my math isn't super good, but that feels kind of like... So the obvious answer is that we must be borrowing it from somewhere. And you know what? Fine. If that is the only way out of this hole, whatever. But I'm going to need like a step-by-step plan on how we plan to pay this new money back. It's like if you were to buy a kilo of cocaine for the express purposes of... What do you mean don't use a drug metaphor? I feel like... Okay, fine, whatever. It's one thing to buy flour with the money that you borrowed if you're going to bake the flour and sell cookies for profit. But if you're buying the flour just to eat it, you're going to be full now, but in a couple hours, you'll be hungry again. And you'll also owe a very angry South American wheat farmer a kilo of flour. But what do I know? I missed school the day we did fractions in grade 5, and so I never understood how pies work. I just assumed that you just like eat the whole thing. Which brings me to the thing that Marlon Johnson said. While discussing the country's massive deficit and debt, the financial secretary said, yes, these are reasons for caution and concern, but these aren't reasons for alarm. There's just one issue. Concern and alarm are so close in meaning that they are both listed as synonyms for the word perturbed. What is perturbed? Well, it's just a fancy way of saying Marlon Johnson is better at numbers. We hope. According to Johnson, we should see up to an 80% recovery by summer 2022. Does he know something? Is something happening between now and next year? But the budget wasn't all gloom and doom. As a part of the government's accelerated Bahamas recovery plan, $2 million has been allocated to assist various Junkanoo groups in developing a permanent headquarters. And so I have two follow-up questions. One, does the Valley Boys still get some of that money/land even though, they quit and they say they isn't Russia no more? And two, if they ain't getting it, can I get some? Like I can reclassify my family as a Junkanoo group. They already have everything to be a Junkanoo group. Like they always late. They always claiming that somebody robbed them of some award. If they drunk, they do the exact same dance that Junkanoos just do on Bay Street. They don't play instruments, but I mean everything else. They got the spirit of Junkanoo down pack. Next week, a video about the importance of t-shirts to the local economy. Why? If you like this video even a little bit, consider donating to help rebuild one of the homes burnt down on Jenna Street last month. I have a link in the description for Eduardo Daxon, whose parents' home was destroyed in the fire. Some of you know him as the guy who does magic. Some of you guys know him as the guy with the balloons. Some of you don't even know him. But hey, you don't have to know someone to do something nice. So if you can, check the link and give whatever you can.